While every Sonic fan has been wondering what the next mainline Sonic installment will be, people are still interested in the sort of quote-unquote side games. For the Sonic series, there are these, sort of party games, mobile-only games, arcade games that get made frequently for the Sonic series, probably nowadays more often than the mainline Sonic games. And after all, a franchise as big as Sonic, they are going to have games like that. You obviously see the same thing with the Mario series. There are side games for that as well. So like I know last year in December, so just about 6 months ago now, there was a game called Sonic Dream Team. That I believe is actually the most recent Sonic game, but it was mobile only, so yeah, maybe didn't get as much attention as the mainline Sonic games. But these games are still important, and I think the game was received pretty well. Now, there was a rumor 3 months ago that started, and I actually made a video of this at the time, that a new Sonic game was coming, and it was basically going to be a Fall Guys spinoff. Now, funny enough, this came basically right after Fall Guys added Sonic skins to the game, so it's kind of funny that Sega, well, all along while they made this deal with Fall Guys, they kind of wanted to make a game of their own, or at least that is how the rumor was played out to be. But today, a trailer just dropped from Sega, and this was announcing it turns out, a Fall Guys spinoff called Sonic Rumble. Now, of course, they don't use the actual term Fall Guys, but when you watch this 45-second trailer, it is very clear that, yeah, it is a Fall Guys spinoff. You could call this sort of game a battle royale, where, it starts off with a bunch of players, and only one player will end up winning. So this game is mobile only, which is a bit of a disappointment to me anyway, but I can get past that. So it's mobile only. It is a max of 32 player lobbies. And yeah, it's just basically, a party sort of battle royale Fall Guys spinoff. It is developed by Rovio. Now that is kind of interesting. That is the team that is most infamously known as being behind the Angry Birds series. Now they were actually bought out by Sega in just 2023 last year. So it's very obvious what they have been making the Rovio team focus on ever since that buyout. Personally, I think this makes sense. Rovio kind of sort of specializes in these sort of mobile party games. And by the way, the buyout was for $750 million. So I definitely hope they're getting their money's worth. And really the only other thing that is known is that this game has a winter release date. So either late this year or early next year. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably going to be free with microtransactions, but you never know. Oh, and I am also seeing that there is going to be a beta test. I think that is actually starting later this month. So, while this might not be exactly what every Sonic fan wants, especially the hardcore Sonic fans, they're probably wanting an announcement for the next big Sonic game. Is it going to be Sonic Frontiers 2? Is it going to be like a Sonic Superstars 2? Or is it going to be something totally different by itself? Yeah, while this is definitely not a main Sonic game, it is cool to see these spin-off games. And I think something with a Fall Guys sort of gameplay style, with a Sonic spin to it, I think that is very cool. Sonic is just overall a fun environment with cool characters. I don't know, I could see this really popping off. Like I said, I am a little disappointed that it is mobile only, but whatever. Maybe if it is very successful, it will eventually come to consoles and PC. We will see in less than a year from now how popular this game really gets.